Well, good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch. It's Monday morning. And we all know what that means. Good to see you. I am wearing my National Sarcastic Society t-shirt today. Not a special occasion for this shirt. Kind of my attitude every day. Good to see you, my friends. Wow. Well, as most of you know, then on Mondays I like to drink some coffee, puff on a cigar, point out absurdities, stupidity, rant a little bit. Some of my viewers love that side of me. A lot of my other viewers unsubscribe. Gets worse. We're becoming more and more divided. That's really been obvious over this past weekend with that thing that happened the other night and the absurdities that I hear everywhere I turn as people are trying to capitalize on it, no matter which side they're on, and use it to their advantage. And nobody's mind was changed. Nobody's mind was changed, nor did I expect it to be. We're firmly entrenched, our side against their side in all things. And we fall for this, and we allow them to rile us up emotionally. And it's that emotion that drives our actions. And they know that. And that's in all things. I don't care whether it's politics or nutrition. And the world of nutrition has become just another political thing. Us against them. Dirty tricks, lies, misinformation, propaganda. It's all politics. I don't like politics. I like honesty. I like facts. I like real information. You know, in these Monday morning videos, one of the highlights for me is to fire up, using my musical lighter, a cigar. And it was pointed out to me by a very insightful viewer last week that I'm leaving most of you out of so much of the enjoyment of the actual experience. So today, enjoy along with me the ASMR, the sounds and experience of just savoring the appearance and the sound of the wrapper as I unwrap the wrapper. Take a look at the build of the cigar. Smell it. Roll it in my hands to check whether it's humidified properly, because you can feel in your hands any little crackling if it's too dry. This one is perfect. Roll it like this to feel the weight of it and the balance of it. And most importantly, snip the edge. Want to make it straight. Cut the little tip off. Moisten the edge so it doesn't come unraveled. And we get to that inevitable point on Monday morning where I ask you to excuse me while I light my cigar. Thank you. So, that being done, ritual being performed, I will report that I am instant potting away, and I'm doing it trying to cram it into a short period of time because I don't know how long that $75 price on that Instant Pot is actually going to last. I am going to, I haven't looked yet this morning, but in the morning I seem like to be the air fryers and kitchen appliance shoppers helper here, and I do check to see if those items that I told you were limited time offers are marked down. Now we got Amazon Prime Days coming tomorrow and Wednesday. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for anything that they put out there that looks like it might be an amazing deal for carnivores to help make our lifestyle easier. So I'm probably not going to be making a video about it because these things pop up. These things come up. Now, they have been wanting me to make videos. They've been sending me all kinds of information about specials they're going to be having. They've sent spreadsheets. They've done all kinds of things so that YouTube people can take the time to put these videos together, and even though that information was confidential, they can release it on Prime Day. I didn't do that. I'm not interested in that. The stuff that's on sale, all the Amazon gadgets like the Echoes, the Fire TVs, all the stuff that they sell is not of interest to me. I'm interested in things, gadgets, appliances, tools, even food, anything that Amazon sells that I will use myself in the way I do carnivore and that I can recommend to you. And if they're on sale, then I can get you a link for them. And I will use the community tab on YouTube and make posts when these things come up, because some of them are only going to go for a couple of hours. And if you miss it, you miss it. But I'm going to be, if I see them, I'll do it. If I don't see them, there won't be any posts. Okay, let's see if they've raised the price of the Instant Pot yet. Nope, still $75. I was figuring they'd hold that through. I was figuring that they'd hold that through the end of their Prime Days. The other special they had was we were getting for $179 the Ninja 651 air fryer. That's now $199. That's still a good deal at $199. I mean, it was $199 was the first limited time deals that we saw on that particular one. And it's at $199. That's 46% off. So that's not bad. That's not bad. And I did put a little inexpensive Ninja 4-in-1 basket style air fryer. And that's $89.99. I almost might buy the if I had 75 or 85 bucks to spend on an appliance and didn't have any of these gadgets, I might be tempted to buy the Instant Pot first. But this little Ninja's on there. All these things are on my website, oldguycarnivore.com, on the links to stuff I use every day page. I'm going to go and talk about some of the comments because I don't want to talk about the news. We've talked about Amazon's big sales, and I think the part of this little Monday morning adventure that I do that you enjoy the most are me commenting on some of the comments. Now, these comments, so many of them aren't mean. So many of them aren't meant to insult me. So many of them just point out the gullibility and the current misunderstanding of so many people on so many things, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I was wrong once. That was the time I thought I was wrong, but I wasn't. No, I'm not that arrogant. That's just an old joke, sorry. Anyway, this comment says, and it's the sarcasm in these comments that get my attention. It's that sarcasm dripping from these comments that kind of torqued me off a little bit. Project that holier than thou. You're a frigging idiot. The way they phrase these things, you know that these are miserable people that you just wouldn't want to know. And they manage to wrap that up in 2 sentences. And I'll give you an example. This one simply says, cook a steak wrapped in plastic? 2 question marks, not just one. Excuse me, but explain how that is not crazy. 2 question marks. Do a little research, moron. Learn a little bit about the different things that they tell you. Learn a little bit about how temperature affects plastics. Learn a little bit about BPA free, PFAS free. You're as bad as the guy who tells me that I'm killing myself by flipping my omelet with that polypropylene spatula. Live in a bubble. Whoa, wait, sorry, that bubble would have to be made of plastic. Stop, please stop with this plastic phobia. Do the best you can. Don't eat plastic. Don't drink water out of a plastic bottle that's been sitting in your car for 6 months and heating up every day. Yes, it will have leached a shitload of plastic into the water. But don't worry about plastic touching your food at a low temperature, especially plastic that is billed as free of chemicals. We do the best we can. It would take 10,000 years for that plastic to hurt you if you don't do stupid things with it. And no, sous videing in plastic at 130 degrees or 140 degrees, especially if these bags are specially made for that, is not going to kill you. And if you don't want to do that and you don't believe me, do whatever the hell you want to do, but stop with that holier than thou, you're stupid, I know more than you do, sarcastic bullshit that I have to read. Please, I read all of your comments, so I can't not read these. Capiche? And for those of you who told me that I need to translate things when I use foreign words like sous vide, capisce is Italian and it means you understand. And sous vide means in a vacuum. And no, I'm not going to substitute the words in a vacuum. Every time I talk about sous vide, you wouldn't know what the hell I was talking about if I did that. This is funny. I actually got a laugh out of this one. You know, I did that the other day, the sous vide in the Instant Pot, and I had a gorgeous, huge, over 1.5 pounds, beautiful ribeye. And somebody wrote to me, and I think this is great. Isn't that a chuck roast? Question mark. I hope not. Not what I paid for that thing. And I answered him, no, that was a gorgeous ribeye. But that thing was so big I could see how it might be mistaken for a chuck roast. I thought that was really, really, really funny. Here we go. I get 2 comments right in a row from this same lady. That about one of my sous vide videos. That butter looked like it burned black. No, it didn't. No, it didn't burn black. It didn't smell burn. It browned, and brown butter is fabulous tasting. Oh, and she goes on to write in a second comment, seems like another overkill on expense on the vacuum seal bags machine, not to mention putting the steak in the water tub grossed me out. So here is a woman that has no understanding of the concept of sous vide. Obviously, you know, they sell all kinds of food that comes in plastic, and the cooking method on the label is you put it in boiling water for so many minutes. Here, sweetie, for you is the flash I want you to try to understand. I want you to try to understand this, okay? How effective would it be if you put on a full body wetsuit before you took a shower? How much of the water would actually touch your actual skin? The water that you're using for your sous vide is separated from the food by the vacuum seal bag that it's in. And yes, none of that would touch the food. The fact that you tell me that grossed you out shows me I shouldn't listen to you. But then, just make sure I know that I'm wrong and doing something that's disgusting and grosses you out, you tell me that you enjoyed my video and that you just marinate your steak, slap it on the smoker, and voila, that's W-A-L-L-A. And I think you meant to say voila, which is a French word, a yummy steak. Fabulous. And my simple answer to her was, the steak vacuum sealed in the bag never touches the water. And I don't have a smoker. Maybe I'm not as rich or as fortunate as you. And here's another comment. Carnivore is just another diet competing against other diets to see who can get the leanest and live the longest. I answered with a K. K? How are we going to know who wins if we have to wait till we die to find out and see who's the skinniest? And there's no competition among diets. What's the incentive? Why would I want to enter a competition among diets? I don't understand what you mean by that, but you evidently understand what you mean, and you felt you were compelled for some reason to waste my friggin' time and everybody else's time to tell me that. People tell me that my videos are too long. And this person tells me where I unboxed my Ninja, and that video was probably 20-something minutes long because that's how long it took to do it. I could edit it down, I could chop it up like a lot of people do because none of you have the friggin' patience to actually visit with somebody for a while. You're in a hurry. There's so much more to see, so much more propaganda to find, so much more news to get. Hurry, hurry, busy, busy, busy. Can't slow down, can't slow down. Have all this social media to look at. Have so many people to blast my opinions to. Have so much commentary. I'm so important. I can't take the time to actually think about and consider something when I hear it. I have to click away if I lose my interest of more than 3 seconds. I have TikTok now. I have TikTok. I can watch 37 videos in 2 minutes on TikTok. There's flashing text up on the screen in front of my eyes so I can stare wide-eyed and dazed into it and get hypnotized and have that message go directly into my brain without any conscious thought whatsoever. I can almost connect myself to the matrix and just lay there and do nothing and be fed everything, information, simulations, news, at an alarming rate that is frying my brain, taking me further and further away from the experience of what it is to be a thinking human being and not just an information machine. I promise you, my friends, I promise you, you will never see on any of my videos, never. I might put a caption or something on the bottom to explain something, to tell you what my website address is, to correct an error that I said maybe when I was talking off the top of my head. But you will never see a big, bold, colored text thing, word for word, bouncing around on the screen in front of my face so that message can be drilled directly into your brain through your visual cortex and your hearing and everything to make sure that you are drilled with the message that I'm trying to tell you, and I'll make that video into a short so you only have to be drilled for 30 seconds before you go on to the next video. I will never do that to you. I am going to make my videos in a relaxed manner. If they bore you, don't watch them. If you don't like my style, go away. Don't tell me. Please don't tell me anymore. Get to the point. Your videos are too long. The operative word is they're my videos. You're not going to change me. You have one choice. And that is just ignore me if you don't like me. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask of any of you? That if you don't like something about me, don't tell me about it. Don't tell me what I need to do differently. I'm too frigging old for that. I would not presume to do that to you. please, is your healthy fruit, vegetable, whole grains, and seed oil riddled brain too far gone to even grasp the simple concept of, if you don't like it, just avoid it? It's easy to do. I must have 5,000 YouTube channels where I've told YouTube, don't recommend this channel to me anymore. And my feed contains no videos from political views I don't support, no videos from vegan influencers, no videos even from carnivore YouTubers that I find misleading, self-serving, and disgusting. And there are those too. So please, please stop telling me how to fix myself. Here's another one. And I don't get this. I was doing a kitchen tour, and this guy says, "You left out liking to talk about the news, LOL. That's one reason I unsubscribed. Another is, you get so butthurt by idiot comments. The big reason I am no longer a sub of any carnivore channel is most are in it for the money, and it's very easy to see. There is no need to do daily content on this diet. When you hear the carnivore diet is a cult, it seems to be very true. It gets to be mind-numbing after an individual gets on the correct diet. But I do wish you the best, Mitch, and it's obvious you will never go back, me as well." To that I answered, K. That's a shame. That's a shame. You don't like me. You don't like the way I do things. You don't like the way any carnivore people on YouTube do things. We're all greedy, self-serving people that only do this for the money. We're numbing your mind. There's no need to do it every day, other than the fact that if you take 3 days off on YouTube, YouTube disappears you and people never see you again. No, but other than that, there's no need. But you love me and wish me the best. So adios, my friend. I'm glad I never have to see another comment from you, and I made sure that that would be the case. Another person says to me, "Why don't you have a dog?" My answer to them was, "Why the hell would I have a dog?" And I won't get into that. Oh, man. I have so many of these. I have taken like 50 screenshots in the last week of comments that are just funny. It would take me hours, and I know you're complaining about my videos being too long, but it would take hours to go over all these. I'll pick one more. Somebody came up with the greatest word, the greatest description of me to this user, to this viewer, to this subscriber and fan. I dare I use the word fan of mine. He came up with, or she came up, excuse me, my cigar went out. He came up with the greatest single one-word description of an elite and small group of very special human beings that I might fall into, a group so limited in scope that all the members of this group could probably meet in a meeting room at a Motel 6. That's exclusive. And the name of this group, and I'm going to end this video on this note because I laughed out loud. Honest to God, when I read this, it's brilliant. I have to make a shirt. Nobody will buy it. I have to just make a shirt for me. And the name that was given to this group of special rebels is, and I now officially proclaim that I am a cigarnivore. That's right, I'm a cigarnivore. Don't you just love it? And on that laugh, this cigarnivore sends his best wishes to who I know already are at least a dozen or more other cigarnivores out there. A very special. Take the rest of the day off. Have a cigar and eat meat.